What are the top 10 travel tips that nobody talks about when traveling to San Diego? Find out next on Jaycation. What's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to another video here in the San Diego series. Today we are here at Encinitas at one of the local parks. This is Encinitas Viewpoint Park, and it's right next to the Encinitas Library. And I wanted to give you the top 10 tips that nobody talks about when traveling to San Diego. So let's start off with number 10. If you happen to be flying to San Diego into Lindbergh Field, make sure you procure a seat on the left side of the plane. Landing in San Diego is one of the most beautiful and most scenic landing spots in all of America. You get the beautiful skyline to the left, you get to see Coronado, Petco Park, and the San Diego Bay. And if you got a seat on the left side of the plane, you'll get to see that beautiful view, especially during the day when it's a nice and sunny day out here in San Diego. Also, driving out of Lindbergh Field is really beautiful, just getting out of the terminal and going onto one of the on-ramps in Harbor Boulevard, because you get to see the skyline, all the yachts, all the helicopters flying around. It's just a beautiful scene and a nice way to start your trip to San Diego. Number 9. Stay at a hotel at a less touristy area. Obviously, if you're gonna stay in Gaslamp Quarter or around the Embarcadero or even Coronado, there's gonna be tons of tourists around. And if you stay in a non-touristy area in San Diego, you might be able to find a hotel where they don't even charge for parking. It's a lot easier for you to get around San Diego with your rent-a-car. Now, places that I would suggest you find and you look for are places like Kearny Mesa, Mira Mesa, and even the Claremont area. There's a few Residence Inn type hotels, quality inn suites that you can stay in over there that are a little bit cheaper. And if you go up north, you got Encinitas and you got Carlsbad. There are nice places that you can stay that are away from the touristy areas. If you were to stay in Mission Valley in the Hotel Circle, I mean, Hotel Circle was definitely made for tourists, but Hotel Circle is actually a good way to get in and out if you're renting a car here in San Diego. Now, if you're finding value in this video so far, please give it a like. And if you're just discovering my channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get updates on my latest videos and when I do my weekly live streams around San Diego. On to the next tip. Now we move on to number 8 for the top 10 travel tips nobody talks about when coming to San Diego. Make sure to stock up at either a Vons or a Walmart. Make sure your hotel or your Airbnb is stocked up full of waters, snacks, and if you don't want to spend too much money on food, maybe pick up a few meals to prepare. Check out places like Vons. They have great prices. You might be in San Diego for 2 weeks and not want to go out all the time, and having your hotel or your Airbnb stocked up is a good thing. And I do recommend staying at a place like a Residence Inn where they do have a kitchen so you can prepare food every now and then so you can save a little bit of money and skip a few meals instead of eating out. Another tip that nobody really talks about is bring a light jacket. I know it gets really hot here in the months of August, September, October, but you never know. Sometimes when the marine layer hits or a storm comes in from the Pacific, it gets kind of cold and you just need some shield from the rain. So make sure you bring a light jacket when visiting San Diego. A lot of people just assume that, you know, it's gonna be sunny and 75 all day, every day. But then at night, especially right now, it drops to the mid 40s. If you have a hoodie or a light jacket, it'll really help you immensely, especially if you're traveling to San Diego during the winter months. All right, Jaycationers, right behind me is the beautiful Moonlight State Beach here in Encinitas. And we're moving on to the number 6 travel tip that nobody talks about when traveling to San Diego. Number 6 is take advantage of the free shuttle buses to the Indian casinos. Now, if you happen to be a gambler or a person that loves the buffet, I think the Indian casinos are perfect for you to visit while you're here in San Diego. Now, there's over 10 Indian casinos spread out across San Diego. They're mostly inland in East County in the reservations over there. And there's a few that I would recommend. Viejas would be my top pick because Viejas has a great lobster buffet, a really nice casino and hotel, and they also have a really awesome outlet center with Nike, Levi's, and all these other stores. So I definitely recommend Viejas. And another place I would say is pretty cool is Siquan, because they also have a hotel and really nice facilities. Now you got places like Valley View, Harris up in North County of San Diego, Barona Casino. Most of these places have shuttle buses in and around San Diego County that you can take at a park and ride or a designated spot. So just check out their website and you can go back and forth to these Indian casinos for free. Unfortunately, with the pandemic going on, buffets are shut down right now, but they are taking precautions around the casinos so you can still gamble and play your favorite games like blackjack or slot machines. Number 5, now this is a fun one because I always end up mentioning Mexican food at some point in one of these tip videos. So when you're at a Mexican food place, most likely you're gonna get a chance to have free hot carrots and free chips and salsa. So make sure you're asking these places if they offer free chips and salsa or free hot carrots, because most likely they do. And my favorite place to go for the free hot carrots is Lucha Libre, and they also offer a bag of chips. I'm not sure if they charge for that now, but I know a lot of other Mexican places, they make their own tortilla chips and they provide you with the salsa, and most of the time they are free, and a lot of people don't know about that. And if you haven't tried hot carrots before, I highly suggest you do, especially when you're here visiting a Mexican spot in San Diego. Now number 4 is take advantage of the awesome happy hour deals around San Diego. Make sure you're on Yelp and TripAdvisor and marking these places ahead of time, seeing what time their happy hours are. Sometimes they have happy hours from 3 to 6. Some days they have happy hours all day. Sometimes they have happy hours on a certain day. So make sure you're checking this stuff out on their websites, on Yelp, on TripAdvisor. And if you want to save some money, happy hours around San Diego will really help you out. Really cheap drinks and really great food. There are a lot of great Taco Tuesday deals around San Diego, and if you do take advantage of the happy hours, they even have late night happy hours sometimes. Like I know Best Pizza and Brew, it's not necessarily a happy hour, but the last hour of business, they offer 150 slices of pizza. If you know these deals around San Diego when you're visiting and you're checking them out ahead of time and you're aware, you can mark these down in your itinerary and it'll help you out immensely when trying to save some money here visiting San Diego. Now for the number 3 tip would be know the driving rules in San Diego and around California. You don't want to be that person that's driving really slow on the fast lane on the total left side of the freeway, causing people to have serious road rage, because serious road rage here in San Diego and in California, it's a thing, so be aware of that. So don't be driving too fast or don't be driving too slow. Know the fast lane is in the very left, fast lane or the carpool lane, and then if you're trying to get onto the on-ramp, let people merge in if they're trying to exit, and also just go with the flow of traffic. If you're going with the flow of traffic and not going too fast and not going too slow, you should be fine. And also, if you're driving by yourself, never get caught in the carpool lane. I've seen people getting on the carpool lane here in San Diego and getting caught. It's called a carpool lane for a reason. It's more than one person, so make sure you're not getting on the carpool lane. And just be careful with road rage around here in San Diego. Read all the signs, read all the street light signs. Sometimes there's no turns on red, so be aware of that. And just know the parking, because you don't want to end up coming to San Diego and getting a parking ticket. Alright, Jaycationers, we're getting a lot closer to revealing the number 1 tip that nobody talks about when traveling to San Diego, so stay tuned for that. So my number 2 tip, a few people from San Diego might not like to hear this, but this is just the truth, is drive up to LA for arena concerts. Now I said arena concerts. We only have 2 arenas in all of San Diego. The San Diego Sports Arena, which the acoustics at that arena are horrible. That place is way outdated. San Diego needs a new arena. And if your favorite act is performing in San Diego and in LA, I would suggest going up to LA to Staples Center or Honda Center, because those venues are so much nicer than the San Diego Sports Arena, and you would have a lot better time going to that concert. Now, if you're gonna go to an amphitheater here like Humphreys by the Bay or the amphitheater down south, I definitely would recommend going to those spots. And then Viejas Arena over at SDSU, it's a really nice arena, so I would suggest going there if your favorite artist is performing there. It's a lot smaller and it's kind of hard to get in and out. I do suggest going up to LA, going to Staples Center, and going to Honda Center, because the concerts up there are even better. Believe me, the acoustics are great and you just have a fun experience just taking a day trip up to Los Angeles. Alright, Jaycationers, before we hit number 1, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps get this video distributed throughout YouTube. Now for number 1, know the rules around the beach. Now here in Moonlight State Beach, we're here in Encinitas, there's a lifeguard station right here, and if you need anything from the lifeguards, go ahead and feel free to ask them. They have information about the tides, they have information about what's going on around the beach. Sometimes there's crazy waves going on or crazy rip currents, and you don't want to be a victim of that. Also, there is no drinking at the beach, but there are a few parks around San Diego. There's a handful of parks, especially places in Balboa Park, where you can have a picnic and actually consume alcohol. So yeah, check out the websites of these parks, because there are a few around town where you can consume alcohol, but definitely can't consume alcohol at the beach. Another thing that you need to look out for is if you want to do a bonfire at the beach. There are designated fire pits and there are rules about these bonfires, so you might want to ask the lifeguard or look it up ahead of time, but these designated fire pits are usually where the bonfires happen. Alright, Jaycationers, so that will do it for the top 10 travel tips that nobody talks about when visiting San Diego. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please once again leave it a like. I'd really appreciate it. Also, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get updates on my newest videos that I post weekly and when I go live on my live streams. I just started a Facebook group named It's Always Sunny in San Diego. We have articles, chats, and discussions about trips to San Diego and what's going on around town. And guys, if you want to support Jaycation in 2021 and see more awesome content, I have a Patreon page. Go check that out in the description box below, and we will see you guys in the next video around San Diego. Now, in the words of Ron Burgundy, stay traveling, San Diego.